Good morning. We're getting ready to leave our rental. Yesterday we spent all day packing in 110-degree weather. And we got a lot done, but there's still so much to do. It's crazy how much we've spread out and how much we've accumulated in the past 2.5 months. It's 7 a.m., so I'm gonna load the rest of the fridge into the Airstream. Our fridge in the house is like 4 times bigger than the fridge in the Airstream, so we have to downsize a little bit. But it's good. It's making us look at every single item we own and think about, do we really need this? Do we want to lug this along to who knows where? I have a box for donation, I have a box for trash, and I have a box for what's actually coming. Olive just grew out of her 18-month clothes, so I'm donating a big bag of 18-month clothes. So remember how I said I didn't see any damage from the heat? You know, we left the Airstream in storage outdoors in Tucson for the past couple of months, and it's been so hot here. See this little soap dispenser? So underneath it is a plastic jar that holds soap, but it was so hot that the thing melted. It's supposed to screw in there to connect through the counter, but it just melted and broke off and went and fell down. You can still kind of see the line of soap where it fell. And the adhesives where we had stuff hanging on command strips, those melted and the items that were hanging on the walls fell off. So those are things to know about if you're gonna store your Airstream in extreme heat. I'm totally gonna miss this house. I mean, I'm really excited to leave because it's just so hot here, but this house has served us so well for this time of quarantine and isolation. So update on the Bighorn fire. The Bighorn fire is happening right over that way. And at night, you can see the fires. It's still burning. This neighborhood right here obviously didn't need to evacuate, but if you drive about 10 minutes diagonal that way, the people in those houses had to evacuate. We took our last aqueduct walk the other night without realizing it was our last one. It's kind of bittersweet seeing it because we did that walk every day. It was such a staple of our time here, and it's been such a nice season of our lives. But we're ready to go. I mean, I'm nervous. I'm nervous to consolidate and get back into our tiny living space. All right, I'm gonna try to fit all this stuff in the kitchen storage here. We do travel with glass jars, but when I'm packing them, I try to pack something soft in between them or wrap them up in a towel. And it helps that the storage was designed so thoughtfully, so these containers fit perfectly in this top shelf. It really maximizes the storage space. Every time we travel, I have bananas in our fruit basket, and every time the bananas rub against the chain, just enough so there's lines of brown when we get there. So this time, I wrap the bananas up in a little blanket, and we'll see how the travel goes with the extra cushion. Don't step on a cactus.
Olive, come and get me.
Whose bed is that?
Alice.
Olive's? That's Maple's bed.
Ow.
Sorry, baby.
No, you won't.
Sorry. We gotta get all the knots out of everybody's hair. We've been busting our behinds all day. It's 3 p.m. trying to get out of this house. It's way harder than you would imagine. I finally got the kids in the car. They're sitting in here watching a movie with the air conditioning, and I have the baby monitor set up.
I dropped my booty.
You dropped your birdie?
Yeah, can you get it?
And it's 110 degrees. Okay, it's 4 p.m. and we finally got all our stuff out of here and the place cleaned up. As of right now, I don't ever want to move again. So we're gonna get in the car, go to Gila Bend, KOA. It's 2 hours away. I feel like that's a good first trip distance. This house has been great for us.
It's been awesome. It's time to go though.
All right, let's get out of here. I hear the kids. Bye house. We loved staying in you. Bye mountains. Bye aqueduct. Bye Palo Verde trees. Bye cacti. Bye saguaro.
Bye, bitch.
Bye bridge. Yeah, it's Mama's Airstream too. Oh, the man said wear shoes because there's snakes.
Packing.
What?
Packing.
Dancing?
No.
No? What are you saying? Oh. Well, it feels good to be checking into a campground. Things are a little different during the pandemic, like it's a no contact check-in. So you pull up and there's a sign with a phone number and you call the phone number and then they come, they're in a golf cart and they kind of like wave you over to your site. Maple, can you show me the Airstream?
But Mom, I'm up here. I'm sleep here.
You want to sleep in Linden's bed? I don't think she'll go for that. This is so cozy.
Billy, Bill, Bill. Matches, matches. Matches, matches. Here you go, Olive.
So right now I'm getting all the stuff that's on the floor of the Airstream that was kind of organized but not put away because we were just trying to get ourselves out of the house, which was a huge step. So now I'm gonna take this stuff and try to find a space for it in the van so we'll be able to have this floor space and this living space for us to hang out in tonight.
Thorns in my foot.
There's thorns in your foot?
Yeah.
What did Papa just tell you to do?
Put my shoes on.
And you didn't?
Listen.
What do we have here, Linden?
My foot.
Thorns? How many thorns?
So many.
Yeah. Let me grab it, honey.
Linden,
No.
do you want help?
Papa's gonna get it.
Look, Mama got rose gold tweezers. Isn't that wonderful? Got it?
Yeah.
Is that it?
No.
Did you find another one?
See, there's a lot of stuff. It's the coffee.
You drew coffee? Oh, I love it.
Lily's legs.
Coffee with legs?
Look, Papa. It's Linden getting thorns.
Oh, Linden getting thorns. There's the thorns on both feet.
In order to ease back into camping and to Airstream life like this, I had to take it one trip at a time. I couldn't just dive back into living full time in the Airstream. I have to think of it like we're leaving Tucson and we're going somewhere. So that's what this trip is all about. We're leaving Tucson and we're going to my parents' house in Northern California. I don't know what happens after that yet. We're gonna just take it one step at a time.
Do you hear that?
Yeah.
That's a cicada. It's a bug in the tree.
All right, our first night was a success. We woke up really excited and happy to be in the Airstream. We're gonna try to make a lot of miles today because it's so hot. We gotta get out of the desert. So the kids are in the car and we're gonna try to make it to Joshua Tree. It's 3.5 hours, which is a big stretch. We're just gonna go as long as we can before we have to pull over. It's different now traveling during the pandemic where we can't stop and play at a McDonald's play place, for example. But we got a ton of snacks. We got 2 movies for the car. Michael's doing the last minute things he needs to do in order to get going. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention that's different now with how we travel is I follow him the whole time. So I drive right behind him the whole time. I think out of everyone, Michael and Maple are the most happy to be back in the Airstream. And as she was going to bed, she gave me a big hug and she said, "Mom, I love you in the Airstream." Are you guys ready for a big drive? Okay, say goodbye, Gila Bend.
Goodbye, Gila Bend.
Okay, we're just getting some gas. No contact. California! Yeah. California! Yay!
Well, the check engine light came on a little while ago. And then after we got through that inspection station, it was having trouble accelerating past like 20.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just let it rest.
Stop. All right, guys, Papa's a little bit worried about the van because the light came on, so we're gonna hang out for a minute to give the van a little bit of time to rest. Okay, so we're having issues with the van. It won't accelerate past like 30 miles an hour right now. So we are rerouting to the Cove RV Park. It's a nice RV park. It's right on the Colorado River. I remember thinking how nice it was when we stopped to use their dump station. Well, it's so beautiful here besides being really, really hot. Well, I think we got really lucky that the van decided to go into limp mode right as we were crossing into California and right as we were driving past a really nice RV park. I called a mechanic and spoke to him about it, and he said, oh, sounds like it went into limp mode. He said try it again every couple hours. Limp mode seems kind of appropriate because I feel like we're in limp mode. We're trying our best to get out of the desert, and it's harder than we imagined.
Are you a horse?
No! That means yes. No!
How do you say no?
It's perfect weather right now that it's, what is it, 7 p.m.? 7:20. You guys ready for a walk? Hey guys, will you come get by the Airstream? Say cheese.
Cheese! No, don't. Come here. Olive. Olive, come here.
1, 2, 3, cheese.
Cheese. Is Linden smiling too?
I forgot how much less stressful a family night walk is in a campground versus a suburban neighborhood. Like, this is way more chill because there's no cars whizzing around. It feels good to be here, especially now that it cooled down a little. Oh, beautiful.
What did you get?
It's my corsage. Linden picked me a bouquet of flowers.
Olive shadow.
Maple shadow.
Maple shadow. This pipe has its own personal bridge. Look. Maple called it the Cat in the Hat Bridge.
Remember this?
We haven't seen him in a while.
Careful not to stud.
Yeah, his name is Slow. It says Slow right on his belly.
I guess they haven't had any play dates in a while, so looks like we're gonna be hanging out with this guy.
Look, Mama! Look, Olive!
Maple wants to do everything herself all the time, no matter what it is. She's got to do everything all by herself. Everyone's having such a good time. Everyone's so happy to be back in the Airstream. And everyone's really excited to be going to see Grandma and Grandpa. Everyone in our family is just really happy right now and really grateful for everything.
It's pretty high. Are you sure you want to go up there? My lens. What does that mean? What kind of tree does that mean it is?
It's a pine tree.
A pine coney tree.